now I want to introduce my colleague, the Reverend Dr. Pablo Ramos, who is our canon for Latina ministries in the Diocese of Utah. He is very well known here. He has founded congregations, and he is the frontline person for us on the things that Bishop Wester was talking about, those kind of raids, those families that are split up. So I'm very honored to introduce him to you, the Reverend Dr. Pablo Ramos.
It is an honor to be with all of you this afternoon, and I'm happy to see some of my Episcopal brothers and sisters. Yeah. Louder, okay. The topic of illegal immigration has become the center of public debate, not only in the political arena, but in our neighborhoods, schools, homes, and churches. The majority of these discussions are characterized by the lack of a profound knowledge about the immigration issue. In general, the questions and affirmation of the economical implications and national security dominate the discussions, forgetting that the dignity and well-being of the families of these immigrants is what really matters. We cannot pretend respect for the dignity of our immigrant brothers and sisters if we do not inform ourselves about this issue, and also if we do not put this issue in a global dimension and its consequences. Our faith as Christians calls us to get involved beyond the debate. Always, our faith calls us to take concrete actions in order to help to alleviate the pain of our brothers and sisters with a spirit of love and charity. The consequences of Bill 81, which becomes effective on July 1st, had been present since the passage of the bill in 2008. Latinos are being fired because they are not able to show legal status. Latinos are being stopped by the police and are being deported. Latino families are losing half of their income because the mother is no longer working. She's staying at home because they fear that one of the couple, the mother or the father, will be arrested by immigration and no one will be able to reach their children who are at the school or at home. Because of this, Latinos are sending less or no money to support families back in Latin America. This is a huge impact in many countries in Latin America, not only in terms of finances, but in the socioeconomic arena as well. In many of the Latin American countries, the money sent from the U.S. represents the second highest form of income received by the government in Latin America. For the first time in my 10 years here in Utah, I'm hearing talk from families about returning to Latin America. Some of them have children that have lived in Utah for the last 12 to 15 years. In some cases, these children are United States citizens. The children do not know their parents' home countries at all. They don't know the culture. I am very concerned about how these kids are going to adapt, or if they will be able to adapt to this new country and its culture. I am concerned if any of the children will continue or be able to finish school and go on to college. A few of them have talked to me with tears in their eyes, asking me to convince their parents not to take them back. They know the life in another country will be vastly different almost completely opposite of their lives here in Utah. The legality of the entrance of a person to the United States is a matter of the government, and that the way we treat the person now is here is a matter of all of us. When we assume this responsibility, we should remember the commandment of the Old Testament. When an alien resides with you in your land, you shall not oppress the alien. The alien who resides with you shall be to you as a citizen among you. You shall love the alien as yourself, for you were aliens in the land of Egypt. We are, as people of faith, are called to insist that immigrants should be protected from inhuman treatment. A one-sided approach to addressing our immigration problems neglects the tenets of justice and compassion which define us as Christians. There are many things we can do to support and assist the people within our community who are suffering through these dark times. One of the most vital is to address the need within the Latino immigrant community throughout the state for access to reliable and accurate information on the matters that affect them so deeply and directly. They need and should have information on the recently passed laws in the Utah legislature, on their legal and human rights, and the availability and process for obtaining visas and other important legal documents. I would like to suggest that it is important for all churches to adopt the following principles. The church in this country should be conscious and strive to eliminate discrimination from our congregations and religious community in order to truly serve our immigrant brothers and sisters. Permit the orderly entry of legal workers to the United States to respond to recognized labor force needs. Ensure that close family members be allowed to enter or to be reunited with individuals legally entering to U.S. to accept employment. Permit undocumented immigrants, residents in the United States, at the time to enactment of legislation to pursue legal residence and eventually citizenship if they are employed or responding to an offer of employment. Without any doubt, we can find local solutions to the local challenges to help and alleviate the pain of our brothers and sisters. But the most important of all is that the response of the churches together will help ourselves and the larger community to see in our immigrant brothers and sisters to see the face of God. Let us not forget that we are all pilgrims in this world and that we are all inhabitants of the same house, this our land. And that for God there are no borders, no nationalities. We are all children of the same God. As a communities of faith, let us continue walking this path, standing on the side